change can feel bad. Of course it can. Change can feel bad. I said it. Hang on a minute. Are you not a guru of change? Hang on a minute. Do you not assure change with love? Hang on a minute, Bryony. Did you not tell me that you're here to help me to welcome the change? I don't want to welcome the change if it's going to feel bad. You can't welcome change if it feels bad. You can only welcome what feels good. And that's why I am so passionate about helping you to feel good about change. But you're a physical human. You feel what you feel. Who am I to tell you what you're going to feel? Change can feel bad, for sure. But I have a question for you. Does it have to? Does it have to feel bad? Now there are many people, and you might be one of them, who sit in a camp of, I don't like change. Change makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. Change is like having an itchy t-shirt on. Change makes me go, nah, I'm alright over here, thanks very much. I don't want change. I've designed my life. I've moulded and sculptured my world, and I am happy here. This is comfortable. I don't need to change from here. Sorry, there's that buzzer. Because change is inherent in you. You are a powerful force of change because you are a powerful creator. And you might ask how I know. I know because you're a physical human here, listening to me, having a physical human experience. Therefore you are, my friend, a powerful creator. Therefore you are a powerful entity of change. Therefore, it is time for you to get up close and personal with the idea that changes are coming. Changes are knocking, change is coming for you, whether you think you have sculpted and built your beautiful, comfortable world, and that you're not particularly happy moving from it. Unlucky. Change is coming. Let's just consider your body for a minute. It is constantly changing, constantly growing, constantly repairing, regenerating, reforming. It's constantly evolving. Your soul is constantly calling you towards change. Your physical experience of life brings change because now, in this moment, you are a different physical human to you were when you started watching this video. It has created in you emotions, maybe anger, maybe fury, maybe she doesn't know what she's talking about, maybe there's a resonance, maybe there's a little bit of a, yeah, I kind of feel the truth of that. In any of those feelings, they are creating in you. Therefore, you are different. You have changed from the beginning of this video to now. Therefore, what makes you think that you can sculpt and mould the world around you and hold yourself within that? And you might say, all right, well, I'm open for a bit of change. I'm open for the kind of change that moves my body, the kind of change that helps me grow and regenerate, that good kind of change. I'm open to the change that helps me digest my food. I'm open to the change that allows me to sleep at night. I'm open to the good change. I'm open to change within my sculpted world, but I've got boundaries within that. And I say, okay, that's a step in the right direction. But my question to you is those boundaries that you formed around what change was acceptable and what change was going to feel good, did you build those boundaries based upon truth? Or did you build those boundaries based upon fear? As in, I don't want to go out there, so I'm going to put a boundary here. I don't want that kind of change, so I'm going to put a boundary here. Remember, you're changing. Therefore, the kind of change that you might want now will be very different to the kind of change you might have built those boundaries around 10 years ago, 5 years ago. This is where the danger comes in building boundaries around you, in sculpting and designing a world in which you tell yourself you're comfortable. Because actually the truth is, you might be even more comfortable outside of that, sitting on a different sofa. And do you know what? You only discover that you're more comfortable sitting on a different sofa when your sofa falls apart and you go, oh, I don't want that sofa anymore, let's go shopping for another one. You might have said to yourself, I would never buy another sofa that's not exactly like this. And then you sit on one in the shop and you go, actually, I like this sofa. So what have you done? What have you done in that moment? You have tasted physical experience. You have tasted the opportunity and the possibility of change. And you have gone, hey, that change feels good. Now, for any of you who know anything about me, you know that I am here to help you to welcome the change. And I do that by helping you align to what feels good. If you know what feels good and you follow that path for the rest of your life, change is coming, whether you feel good or not. But if you're aligning to what feels good, then the change that you're going to bring in is going to feel good, right? That's the kind of change we want to welcome. We want to welcome change because we are physical humans, because we are creators, because change is inherent in us. So let's, instead of being dragged along by change, let's welcome change. Let's choose the change. Let's choose how we feel about the change that is coming. You are a physical human. You call the shots. Change isn't enforced upon you in certain ways. There is a call of your soul towards change. It is you, believe it or not, that's bringing the change. That change that comes knocking is not outside of you, it's inside of you. That is why you can't get away from it. However high you build those walls, however much you barricade yourselves within your comfort zone, the change is coming from within. The change is within you. So it's time to get comfortable with that change. This is what I do. I deepen connection. I deepen divine connection to you. And when I do that, I help you to recognise the change that you want, the change that you create. Because when you connect to yourself, it's the only path, it's the fastest path towards loving the life that you live. It's the only true path towards loving the life that you live. You can create a life that you love living, but what if that changes? Oh, I've always loved going to the beach, it always makes me feel happy. What if that changes? You're left having nothing in that space. There's a gap. That thing that you loved isn't there anymore because you don't love it. Got to find something else that I love. Meditation, I'll put that in the gap. Okay, what if that changes? How about you just connect to you? How about you let you tell you what feels good and then align to that, and guess what? You'll feel good. Okay, so let's get back to the title of this video. Change can feel bad. I've kind of addressed the, yeah, but does it have to? There are reasons change can feel bad. One of them is that you are comfortable in the habitual. You are comfortable in the standing where you are. It will only be comfortable for so long because remember that call is coming. So if you find yourself sitting in a place and this resonates to you now and you're sitting in a place of, yeah, I'm one of those people who doesn't like change. Why can't it just all stay the same? I like the life that I've moulded and sculpted and carved out. I just want this life. If you could switch and change your perspective to go, actually the life I love, the life I want, is a life where I'm connected to myself. Because then the life that I want will be a life that I love. So I want to live a life connected to myself. That means I want to live a life that inherently has change woven into it, but the kind of change that I like, the kind of change that I want. Remember the sofa? Ooh, maybe that's the sofa I want. There is that in every essence of change. A choice, a perspective shift that you can go, I'm going to find the change that feels good. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples because some of you will now be thinking, all right, I can't always choose the change. There is two types of change that comes into your world, right? The change that you choose. You made a decision and change is coming because of that. Let's give you an example. My 4-year-old Bella is starting school in September. That is a change that the two of us decided on together. And some of you might think, well, she's of school age, of course she's going. For a long time we were discussing homeschooling her. And it is probably something that I will do at some point. Probably because we want to get in a camper van and travel the world and I can't take school with me. I can't take the building with me, but I can take the learning with me. But right now we made a choice that come September, that's what she's going to do. It was a chosen change. So I'm on the precipice of that now, and I'm looking at it and I'm going, okay, there are elements of that that are going to bring me opportunities and challenges. There are elements of that are going to bring me some restrictions to what we do. But all of it is what I chose. And because I know that I am the powerful physical human that I am, because I know my choices are important and that I don't do anything without good reason, I know that there's a reason for that change. So even when there are those moments, and there have been them, where I go, oh, school, we're not going to be able to get up on a Tuesday and just go to the beach, that feels a bit icky, that change doesn't feel good, I go, perspective shift. There is good reason that I made the choice that is happening. In that perspective shift, I can go, okay, I might not know what that reason is. I might not even want to know. But in this moment, I can go, but there's good reason. There's good reason for this change. And it's going to bring opportunities and possibilities that are going to be beneficial for us both. Or, worst case scenario, it's going to bring us an opportunity of change that we can suck it and see and go, yeah, it's all about moulding and sculpting your world, right? How can you mould and sculpt if you don't know what it is that you want to stay clear of or that you want more of? Okay? Then there's the kind of change that happens to you. I don't know, a job restructuring. The experience in my life at the moment is that my other half is taking a job that means he's going to be commuting 5 days a week. So out the window are going our Thursday afternoons where we hang out together, just us. There's the potential for me to step into, oh God, it's going to be harder to find us time. That's a change that he has chosen that is impacting me, that I don't have a lot of say in, don't have any say in. And does it feel good? Well, that's up to me. It's a perspective shift. If there are significant others around you who are making choices that are bringing change into your world, you can be sure that that is happening for good reason as well. They're significant others for a good reason. Remember that connection to yourself and the change that you bring because you're a powerful creator. You have connections to those closest to you as well. You have connections that mean that the change that they bring is also what you want. Because again, it's bringing us an opportunity to go, oh, we'll see how that goes. Who am I to say that we won't get more time just us? Who am I to say that we won't love the time just us and get more from that time, even if there's less of it, because of what's coming? Unless I taste it. At the very worst case scenario, we get to suck it and see. And then we go, yeah, I don't like that so much. Let's go this way. It always boils down to connection. Connection to yourself and connection to others. And underneath connection, what underpins connection is trust. Trust yourself, trust others. Trust that just by being a physical human, having this physical human experience right now means that each and every one of you are important. Important in your own life, significant in the lives of others. You chose to be here and others chose you to be in their life. There's a responsibility to be you. And you know what? That's not a scary responsibility of, oh God, I'm a superhero and I've got responsibilities to save the world. That is, being you is the best way to love living your life, so you're gonna want to do it anyway. But guess what? The cherry on the pie is that when you are you, you get to positively impact those around you. You get to give them permission to be you too. Not to be you, but to be themselves too. To step closer to what being you means to them. And guess what? That's a beautiful gift you're giving them, because every time you step closer to you, you step closer to a life that you love living.